Hi. So look, security is getting really interesting. We're going through a transformation in the marketplace, globally and in the UK. There's three real big changes for me. Firstly, let's look at every organisation. Every organisation, quite correctly, has tried to protect themselves from threats. What have they done? They've invested in technology. And generally, if you go back, audit, check what people have got deployed, you find something like 50, 60, 70 different vendors, pieces of equipment installed to try and protect against risk. Those 70 different vendors, they don't talk to each other. They've probably been procured through different routes. They've not been integrated in any way, shape or form. It's a bit of a mess. Some people are so concerned they actually don't know which one of those technologies they can take out, if any. They tend to leave them in there. So you've got this great big hybrid mix of different solutions not cutting the mix anymore. And actually where we're at in this marketplace with those different vendors is we need to unify an architecture. Why do we need to unify an architecture? Because we need a fuller, more holistic approach to security. We can't have one individual box expecting it to stop things. They don't. We need a multiplicity of different technologies working together. And we need to think about what information can we get before an attack actually occurs. Can we get heads up? Can we get some insight into what might occur? When an attack does take place, we actually need to know it's taking place. And that may sound fairly obvious, but it's not generally that easy to find out. So we need to work out an attack's taking place. We need to understand how to contain that. We need to think about what the device trajectory might be like, what files this is using, where it's trying to get to. So we need some analytics, we need some software to help us understand that. And then thirdly, at the end of this, we need to understand what caused that risk. Where did it come from? What hole did we leave open? How can we remediate and how can we get back to root cause? So if you think about those three steps, you think about before an attack, during an attack, and after an attack as well. That's a loop. And those loops are taking place continuously. There is no one attack. Many organisations have got attempted hacks a multiplicity of times every day. So the first thing to think about is how do we unify architecture, move away from disparate islands of technology, unify it, and get a fuller approach to our security. Second thing maybe we need to think about in the marketplace these days as well is why should security be separate from everything else we do? Security is not something we put on IT, it's not a padlock we put around it. This goes back to the old days where we thought we'd build a physical wall as close to that as we could get by building a perimeter with firewalls. It's not the world we live in these days. We need to embed security into everything we do. When we build a data center, why are we not building a secure data center rather than building a data center and then wrapping a few firewalls around it? That's not a secure way around a data center. So don't leave security as a separate device, more so embed it into everything we do from an IT perspective. And just lastly, let's think about people. Security, sometimes when we're faced with a security question, like the BYOD thing, I want to bring a certain device. From a security perspective, it's too easy to get lost in old mannerisms and say, great, I don't know what that device is, I've not checked it, I need to check its operating system, the answer is no. And guess what, the answer is no to that, and the answer is no to that, because it's not secure. If we don't catch ourselves, the answer is no to everything, and we're turning employees off of our organisations. So what we need to do in this collaborative world we live in is to enable them to use technology better in a secure manner. So we can contextualise that. Technology can help give context. We can allow people to connect and collaborate. The answer can be yes, rather than the answer being no. And we can allow IT security technology to assist with that. And in doing so, maybe we can start to bring people in to be part of the solution as well. And if people are part of the solution and aware at the front end, that can only help. In doing all that, really think the real next thing we should do is there's a big difference between IT and the way they see a strategy linked with a business, and what we need to do is connect the two. So something like only a third of boards actually have IT representation on them. So when they're thinking about business programs, business outcomes, where their business is going to go, trying to take advantage of new markets, new opportunities, they're not necessarily embedding IT at the start of it. So it'd be really good if IT can reach the board and get closer connected to the business. Why should we do that? Well, we can work out what assets are important to us, we can work out appropriate risk policy, then align our security approach to technology around it and start to involve people as part of the solution. Hopefully this makes sense. We'd love your feedback, so please send us some. Thank you.